Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and transform these Stacy's, man. With these Tracy's into Stacy's. You know. Stacy's. A lot of times we don't take enough time to take our time to get dressed. We're always in a hurry. And we always want to hurry up and get to the place we have to get to, and we don't take time to get dressed slowly and get fresh, And I'm going to go ahead and wear these to church tomorrow, so I want to look real good for the Lord. A lot of times we roll out of bed and just go straight to church, just throw on with the first thing we can find, and then get to church as soon as possible as we rush, but God gave us his very best, his only begotten son, and we cannot give him our very least when it comes to dressing, when it comes to our attitudes, when it comes to our prayer lives, when it comes to anything that we do unto him. Gotta just make sure that we give him our very best, and we know when we just rolling out of bed, if we're rolling out of bed, Christians just roll out of bed and get straight there. So let's give him our very best. Let's do it with our shoes from our head to our toe, So be blessed. Let me go ahead and show you this little transformation real quick. So you get a hot towel. I like to get a little warm water, put it on a rag, and I like to just get all the, I don't know if you can see that, I don't know if it's a frame or not, but get all the little dirt particles and little stains off of them. First you take out the laces like I did so already. But I like to just wash them around and just clean up. Just give it a little clean up, man. It deserves it. You want to look good. When you look good, you feel good. And also, other people treat you differently as well when you look good. It's amazing how people treat you when you look good. They tell you to come to their check stand in line. They open up a whole new line for you to come. Come on in. Line 3 is open for you. People want to speak to you. They want to ask you questions. They want to, but that's all because it stems from you looking good and what you're emanating, what energy are you giving off, what spirit do you have, what frequency are you on. And a lot of that stuff stems from how we dress. When we dress better, we feel better. When we dress good, we feel good. I like to say that all the time. So you see how that's cleaned up, nice and clean, looking good already. Okay, I like to get this little, see if you can get these little scuffs off, little dirt marks, and we'll see what I can do. Scrub a little bit. Some of this stuff is permanent, some scuffs are permanent, but you just do the very best you can do. If you can't get it off, you can't get it off. You go to the next, okay? So it'll look like a permanent scuff, which is fine. If the rest of the shoe look good, it's all right to do a little permanent scuff here and there, because they're not focusing on the scuff. They focus on the rest of the shoe that looks good, okay? Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. All right, let's go to this shoe. Let's go to this Tracy. All right. You see that? Terrible. I can't step in the Lord's house with these on. Come on, man. What kind of Christian is that? So I'm going to go ahead and hit them so the Lord can be pleased with my shoes. Yeah. I like to say that my outside reflection is what's going on in the inside of me. I like what's going on the outside, be an outward display of what's going on in the inside. So you're looking good on the outside, make sure you're looking good on the inside as well. Don't let it be a cover-up. You're trying to cover up something. No, actually look good on the inside so it can be an outward display on the outside. Yeah. Get that little part right there. Boom. Looking good already. Yeah. Okay, after you get all that off and you feel pleased with that part of the process, this one should be dry. So look, it's already looking good. Look at that. Let me see if we get this in frame. Look at that. Oh yeah, they're looking good. All right, perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this very, very important tool. You guys need to get one of these. These are, I work on your black shoes and your brown shoes. Let me show you this right here. It's called an instant shine sponge. Is that in frame? Instant shine sponge. Cleans and shines all colors. You know, you can get any kind. You don't have to be an expensive one. You can get a cheap one. This was $7.99. I got it from a shoe store. But you can get them at Walmart. I got them at Walmart before for about $1, $2, something like that. Very cheap. And they work just as well. So this one's cool. I like this one. It gives your shoes a good shine. All right. Cool. All right. So with this is how I go. You just crack this little sweetheart open. Boom. You know, set that to the side. And then you just go ahead and buff that shoe out. Buff that shoe out. I'm going to start with the toe box. I'm just going to go over it. Just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth to get a little shine in there. Back and forth, back and forth. It's looking good. Back and forth. Yeah. And it has like a little polish of some sort in the inside. Yeah. Toe box looking shiny, pretty good. Yeah. It says in his word that his word can be a lamp to our path. So let our shoes be a light to our path as well. Because they clean. That's right. See, look at that. It's already looking good, man. It's already looking good. It's starting to take that T off and turn it into an S. I see that already. So you're going to have to try to get this tongue. You know, you got to try to get it in there. Best as possible. Get it in there. Because believe it or not, having that tongue all ashy and the rest of the shoe clean. Oh, let me see. I'm shaking the camera. Having the rest of the shoe clean and this part ashy, it gets noticeable. You know? I like to think of things in analogy form. Like, we don't want just a little bit of us to be clean. We want to clean our whole temple. We want to clean our minds. We want to clean our bodies very well. You know, we don't want to just be partially clean. We want to definitely get our spirits clean, our minds, our hearts. Watch over them. Because out of our hearts flow the issues of life. And if we have a dirty heart, it's going to show up in our lives. So look at that. So let's go ahead and get our hearts clean. Get our shoes clean. Get our minds clean. So we can make the Lord shine. You know what I'm saying? Dang, that looks really good. That's really all starting to come together. It's probably gonna be shining on the camera. It's probably gonna create a glare because it's so shiny. Oh yeah, look at that. That looks amazing. That looks amazing. Let me see it. See how that's coming out. Let's see. Yeah, look at that. That looks good. That looks good. Shiny. Woo! Let's go, Lord. All right. Let's see. Let's go ahead and go to the next one. Let's scoop this little sweetheart over. Have a little comparison. You can see that this one is really shiny and this one is dull and dim. So we're going to get this one up to par. This one turned into Stacy already. We got to turn this T into an S. Let's do it. Come on, Tracy. We're going to turn you into Stacy. Come on. Tracy, Tracy, Tracy. All right. Let's get it. You can go in any motion as well. You can go in back and forth motion. You can go up and down motion. Whatever way you can get the crevices on the shoe. Boom, boom, boom. And I love these little buffer blocks. I love them, man. They're amazing. So if you can cop a couple at a time, I would. Let's see. Yeah, I like the buff before each use. But this buffer block is really good, so you can buff it maybe like a one time and probably wear them a couple of times before you have to buff it again. But it's up to you. You know, I like the buff before each use, so that's just me. All right, it's getting all nice and crispy. Let's do it. Yeah. All right. It's coming along here. I had some other Stacy's that I shined up. It's my brown ones. They look amazingly good. But I shined them a little bit more to get that extra little, little bling on it. And I stepped on this girl's foot. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry or whatever. And she looked at my shoes. I was like, I like those. I'm like, oh, you like these little sweethearts? She's like, yeah, I do. Girl forgot I stepped on her toe. It was so clean. It was so crispy. She loved it. She's like, oh, I like those. I'm like, oh, these little young Stacy's. They was nowhere near Tracy's then. They was Stacy's. Stacy's. So if you got a big foot or a small foot, if you step on somebody's foot and your shoes look good, you might not be as mad. So yeah, that looks really good. That looks really good. I like that. I like to buff the little brown too to see if that, that comes out a little bit shiny too. If you buff the little brown on the bottom. Boop. Boop. Check that out. And woo! Come on now. I'm about to step in that thing like I'm about to do a message. Boop. Look at that, man. Just want to make sure you can see how well that's buffed. Like, wow. Let me see. Boom. Let me pick it up, man. Let me just pick it up. Let me see. Dang, look at that. Wow. Went from Tracy's to Stacy's. So we got those on deck. I'll go ahead and lace them up real quick. I like to run the towel over the lace just to get a little debris or dust off of it, because we do a lot of walking and dust kicks up. So when we kick up that dust, it also gets on the lace. So just like to run it through a towel like once or twice, get any excess dirt or debris or dust off of it. Boom, that one's straight. Just pull it. Just take the tip of the lace and just pull it through. And it's a damp cloth, so you're getting off any dust that might be remaining on the lace. All right. Run it through both sides. Boom, boom, boom. Just like so. All right. So when we lace these little sweethearts up, for some reason, I like to turn them towards the opposite direction, kind of like turn that way and I'm faced this way so I can look like I'm look from the upper view. So I just put the lace on top, both top holes. Boom. Boom. Match those up, make sure those two are matching. And then you go under. Don't go on top. You can go on top, but go under. Go through that way. Through that way. Boom, boom. Make sure they're still matched up. Boom, I'm doing great. Okay. Then go to the last one. Boom. Boom. All right. Ooh, looking good. Okay, I just like to tie it up. Looking good. Stacy. I'm gonna start calling these are Mr. Adams. Are you gonna wear your Mr. Adams today? Yeah, these ain't no longer Stacy, these Mr. Adams. Alright. Boom. Dang, it just looks so good, man. I love the satisfying feeling of when something goes from clean or from dirty to clean. Man, I love it. It's just something that I really enjoy seeing. Something transformation, something transformed. something dusty to shiny, something dirty to clean. Any of those type of things. I really love freshness. That's just something I've always loved. Fresh. To be fresh, to smell good, to look good, to feel good. Alright, got that in there. We measured them up. I didn't show you my barrel. I measured them up. That's pretty straight. If there's any if it's off any, just pull aside this that is longer and just pull it to make sure they're lined up. And go through the bottom hole. Bottom hole. Lined up still. The bottom hole. To the bottom hole. To the bottom. Really the bottom. Perfect. Turn the little sweethearts around. Tie them up. Yeah, those look amazingly good. Amazingly